So we are live here in MSC, and this is Las Vegas. What a Grand Prix we're going to have here. So Cam McKenzie just going off track. A couple of drivers already set laps. Ortron in the Sauber on and out lap. Daddy Cool in the Mercedes. Ortron lap just starting. And we have Shane Bolin in the Alpine just coming through sector 1. So he's going to be the first driver back towards the line. So let's have a look. So we are on board with Shane Bolin. He's just coming up towards turn 6 and then in towards turn 7 and 8 at the MSG Sphere, and he runs deep, and that will be it for Shane Bolin. Ali is on a lap, and Daddy Cool coming through sector 2, but he's on their mediums in that Mercedes, coming out of the turn 9 down towards Sands Avenue at turn 10 and 11 past the Palazzo. And then in towards turn 12, and then it's down the Las Vegas Boulevard. Just bear with me, guys. So I can get the chat up. So Banana is in, so the Mercedes of Daddy Cool coming in towards turn 14 and 15. Over the apex at 16 and then down Harmon Avenue. And he's just using that battery, and all of his deployment has been used as he comes down towards the line, and the Mercedes driver goes up to P4. What's going on, Sharpie? How you doing, mate? So Ortron in the kick Sauber. That was Angry Badger. On and out, that Cam McKenzie, Little Drips, Daddy Cool, Shane Bolin, Baton, Mirko, Ortron at the moment. Adams in the RB coming through sector 2, down towards turn 11 and 12, past the Wynn Hotel, in towards the Fashion Show Mall, and then past Treasure Island to the right, and then down the Las Vegas Boulevard. Down the strip we go, under the LED lights here in Las Vegas. So down towards turn 14 we go, on board with the RB of Adams, over the apexes, out of turn 16, and then he's saved a lot of battery for this final run up towards turn 17 for the RB driver, and it is going to be Adams to the line, and he goes fastest at 1:31.8 for the RB. The Mercedes of Daddy Cool is on an in-lap. Mirko in the Ferrari is not far behind him as he comes down the strip, down past Flamingo and Caesar's Palace, down past the Bellagio Fountains to the right, and towards Cosmopolitan on the right and Planet Hollywood on the left as we head in towards turn 14. You see the MGM Grand right in the distance, through Planet Hollywood at turn 15 and 16, and then down Harmon Avenue for the Scuderia Ferrari. And towards Top Golf at turn 17 and into the start-finish line for the Scarlet colours of Mirko. Ali went up to P2 in that McLaren. Angry Badger in P6. Ortron not improving. What about Isman in the Williams? He's coming down towards the line. The Williams driver on the mediums goes fastest with a 1:31.2 here in Q1. XD Paco in the Mercedes is now coming down the Las Vegas Strip. Oh, it's got me in the McLaren, hasn't it? That's annoying. Will XD Paco get a little bit of a stream? Yeah, I don't know what to do about that for now. XD Paco goes fastest, a 1:30.9 on the mediums. Phoenix Gray in the Red Bull, just starting his lap, and then EVE Reese in the Ferrari has gone deep. Going in towards turn 1, and he's made a mistake there. Adam Fleetwood in the Red Bull, but his teammate is just in front of him as he goes down towards turn 5 at Caesars Forum. Into Westchester Drive we go for Phoenix Gray, the Scotsman, bidding to improve on what's been an incredible run of form for Phoenix Gray recently. Over the apexes, you see the sphere to the right, to the left, sorry. And then in towards turn 9, out of turn 9, and then down Sands Avenue we go for the Red Bull driver. And we're about to see what Phoenix Gray can put on the board here in Vegas. And look how close he is to the wall there as he came through turn 12. And this is where you'll see a lot of overtakes in Vegas, in the desert. So, Las Vegas, built by the mob. The gambling capital of the world. But we are watching the Red Bull just hitting the apexes at turn 15 and 16. And then it's a nice run up towards turn 17. He'll use that battery. In fact, he's not even touching it at the moment. Now he uses it, but his deployment has been used, so he's being very scarce with it. And he does go up to P3. What about Adam Fleetwood, his teammate? He did invalidate it. EV Reese has got a little bit of traffic behind him. That's a Mercedes. Was that Mercedes on a lap? It was XD Paco. No, I think they were both on in laps, so it doesn't matter. Adam Fleetwood will go again. Cinders went up to P9 in the Aston Martin, so a cracking lap from Cinders. Mirko up to P6. Isman, then XD Paco. Adam Fleetwood is going again, so we will ride on board with him and see what he can do in the Red Bull. Sliding through Sector 1 and just hitting the ERS. And oh, he rides the curb and invalidates it again. He's on the absolute limit, isn't he? Baton also invalidates it, so 5 minutes to go. And at the moment, it is Reese going out, Adam Fleetwood, Welsh Sponge, all going out in Q1 as it stands. So Banana is in. He's in the Aston Martin. So Cinders, what about Shane Bolland? Shane Bolland is just going off track there. Baton in the RB will go for another lap. What about Adam Fleetwood? He's probably going to have to pit now after invalidating it again. Baton in the RB, they're quite long laps as well, a minute and a half. So the RB. And just hitting the wall there does Baton, but he'll try and get a decent lap around turn 7 and 8 at the MSC Sphere. Isman retires, calls it a day in Q1, out of turn 9 and then down towards Sands Avenue at turn 10 for the RB driver of Baton. And we'll see what he can do. Currently his teammate sits in P4, the two Hasses in 19 and 20. So, down at the Las Vegas Strip for the RB of Baton. And he's using all of that battery. Is Baton down towards the line and he goes up to P7. He is safe at the moment. Little Drips will go again in the Williams, and he's probably going to have to find some improvement as he currently sits in P12 and he's on the brink there, especially with the drivers behind going to improve. So we'll ride on board with the young Scottish driver in the Williams and just pushing that car. But he is nearly a tenth and a half down on his lap time, but we don't know what sector 2 he had, but it wasn't like that. He went really deep there, did the Williams driver. That would have cost him even more time than he's already lost, 2.5 minutes, and he is definitely at risk. If you look at the drivers still yet to set lap times, Wesley Hackstein on an out lap, so is Reese, Adam Fleetwood and Welsh Sponge still in the pit lane, so that could see all the way up to Cinders. You don't know. That's the drivers that will be worrying at the moment. So we'll see if Little Drips can improve. He's 3 tenths down on his lap time now, and then look how much battery he's using down the strip. Down in towards turn 14, over the apex. Can he find any sort of improvement in sector 3? He's not got enough to go again either. He can't build up his battery unless he's got enough fuel to do another in-lap, but here comes Little Drips. And he does improve. Wow, so he must have had one hell of a Sector 3 or a poor Sector 3 previously. So, Angry Badger up to P9. He improves by nearly 4 tenths. Ortron is also improving. So let's see where Ortron's going to go down towards the line. And he goes up to P9 and in front of his teammate. Wow. Little Drip's now down to P13. Daddy Cool is on a lap. EVE Reese trying to get a slipstream from that Mercedes to the left who moves out the way. But it's the Scuderia going down towards turn 14. Ali retires from P5. And here comes Reese. That was really smooth going through there. Well, Sponge is not going to get out of the pit lane, and he is out. He's having technical issues, and that has cost him a place in Q2. Reese comes to the line and goes up to P5. That puts Daddy Cool on the brink. Here comes Wesley through turn 15 and 16. The Haas driver has saved a lot of battery. When is he going to deploy it? Down towards the line, low on fuel, he's on the limit. Wesley is going to be close, he's up to P12, and that might be enough. Adam Fleetwood's on his way out, so it looks like Shane Boland's on his way out as well. Daddy Cool is trying to improve, but he's invalidated it, and that might be it. Daddy Cool might be out. Little Drips has also invalidated it. He's not going to improve. He's got 20 seconds to get to the line, but he can't set another lap anyway. Cam McKenzie is probably safe at this point. What about Phoenix Gray on an outlap? He's just going to make it to the line. Adam Fleetwood is also on another lap. He's currently in P19, yet to set a lap time. Daddy Cool is out, so that is it for him. Shane Boland has got 2 seconds to get to the line. Shane Boland just makes it. So Little Drips is the driver at risk, and it's Adam Fleetwood that is going to knock him out if he manages to get a lap on the board without invalidating it. The checkered flag has waved here in Q1 for the Vegas Grand Prix. Adam Fleetwood knows he just has to keep it on track, not invalidate it, and just get to the line. Shane Boland knows he's got an opportunity to get into Q2 also, with Daddy Cool in the pit lane, Little Drips and Cinders not able to improve, so we'll ride on board and see what they can do. Phoenix Gray in the Red Bull is not improving on his lap time. What about Banana in at the Aston Martin? He's coming down towards the line, he is improving. Through turn 17, and Banana stays P9. He does improve, but only ever so slightly. Here comes Cam McKenzie in the Alpine, who's half a second up. He's going to be next to the line out of turn 16. Down towards turn 17 we go, and to the start-finish line for Cam McKenzie in the Alpine. Is he going to improve? Can he? And he does. Up to P10 he goes. Wesley is up to P13. Little Drips is still the driver at risk. Here comes Adam Fleetwood. He will be the final driver after Shane Boland. Adam Fleetwood goes up to P4. Little Drips is out. Shane Boland, Cinders is now the driver at risk. He's watching Shane Boland, eager, anticipating, waiting to see what Shane Boland can do in the Alpine. Cinders might go into Q2, or he might be going out here in Q1. Let's find out. Shane Boland goes through and does improve and just edges in front of Cinders. It is Daddy Cool, Little Drips and Cinders that go out in Q1. Banana, yeah, so I spectated in the first lobby, and then when I joined the second lobby, I didn't spectate, and then it put me in your car, yeah. So that is it for Q1. XD Paco is the fastest driver on track, and then his countryman of Isman in the Williams in P2. Then comes Phoenix Gray and Adam Fleetwood, both the Red Bull drivers. Then the V-Carb of Adams, Reese in the Ferrari, Ali in the McLaren, Mirko in the Scuderia, Peyton in the V-Carb, Banana in the McLaren, and Cam McKenzie in the Alpine. Board is the bottom 5. It's Welsh Sponge and the Ghanaian driver of Nathan in the McLaren. Daddy Cool in the Mercedes in P18, Little Drips in the Williams in P17, and Cinders in the Aston Martin goes out in P16. And then Shane Boland, Wesley, Angry Badger, and Ortron all scraping through. So we are in to Q2. And this is where it starts getting a bit edgy. Isman is straight out of the pit lane on the softs, no messing around for the Williams. Isman, the Dutchman, who was second fastest in Q1, just behind the other Dutch driver of XD Paco. So let's see what he can do. He's the first driver out on track. He's still pushing, even though he's on an outlap, the Williams driver, he's still pushing. Nice sometimes just to ride on board with the drivers, seeing how they use and conserve their energy, how they steer into the corners as we come in towards turn 14. You see the way he handles it, and he holds on to the car as he goes around turn 15 and 16. And you see how much the drivers struggle with these cars. So on board with Isman in towards turn 1 and through turn 2, and through we go through Shell Avenue at the intersection, and then down Colville Lane towards turn 5 in sector 1, and then towards Westchester Drive we go for the Williams, just hugging the apex to the right hand side. Early on the throttle out of there as we go round turn 6 and in towards turn 7 and 8. A tricky part of the circuit. Over the apex he goes. Just has to ease off the throttle just to make sure that he doesn't hit the sausage curve and just slide out of the way. Round turn 9 and then down towards turn 10 at Sands Avenue. Through turn 11 at the left-hander, and then down towards turn 12 where he will hit the Las Vegas strip. Nice and close to the wall there for Isman. And Cam McKenzie is out. Cam McKenzie has crashed it in sector 1. Shane Bolland has got a 5-place grid penalty for colliding with Cam McKenzie, and that is not good for him. So Cam McKenzie is the first driver out in Q2, and not what he expected. Here comes Isman into turn 14 and 15. Through turn 16, and now he's on the clear running towards the line. And he will not be happy about that with that 5-place grid penalty. And then to the line goes Isman. It's a 1:30.7. That is your benchmark. Ali will be next in the McLaren. The Belgian driver down towards the start-finish line. Can he improve? A 1:32.3 for the McLaren. Then comes the RB of Adams, who's on an outlap. The Red Bull is right behind him. Is that Phoenix Grey that we see? It is Adam Fleetwood on an outlap. And then we have an Aston Martin, that is Banana coming up towards the line, also out on the mediums, down towards the start-finish line. Banana goes up to P3, then comes the Ferrari of Mirko up to P2, 1:31.6. A Mercedes and a Haas are soon to follow. The Mercedes XD Paco is on an outlap. The Haas driver of Wesley is on a flying lap. Down towards the line goes Wesley, and up to P3. Yellow flags are waving. Here comes another Red Bull driver. And Phoenix Grey went up to P2, 1:31.5 for him. Shane Bolland with that 5-place grid penalty. And a very slow lap time for him. Adams is on a lap. What about the Saubers? Angry Badger coming through turn 14 and 15. Ortron is just coming in towards the same sector as his teammate. The South African driver coming out of turn 16, down towards the start-finish line. Oh, Shane didn't ghost apparently. Oh, that is awful. So Ortron goes up to P6, but not for long as Baton comes through and goes up to P4 as the kick Sauber goes deep. That is Ortron that's off the track. Adam Fleetwood in the Red Bull has lost it. He's invalidated it. What about Adams? He's also invalidated it. Angry Badger is on another lap. Shane Bolland is in the pits. XD Paco in the Mercedes has also invalidated it. 10 minutes to go here in Q2. Still all to play for here in Vegas. Anything can happen. So, Cam Mackenzie, after Shane's car didn't ghost, Cam Mackenzie is out of the race. But Shane has picked up a 5-place grid penalty for his troubles. So to the line goes Angry Badger and up to P9. Adam Fleetwood is going again. He got a toe off his teammate, it looks like. Yeah, very nicely done from the Red Bulls. But he's invalidated it again, Adam Fleetwood. That's 3 times I've seen him invalidated at the exact same point. Adams in the RB. He's coming down towards turn 14. He's also kept it valid this time. And it'll be interesting to see where he goes. He's shown some pace already here in this qualifying session, but he's going into the pit lane. What about Reese in the Ferrari coming through sector 1, down in towards Westchester Drive at turn 5. We'll ride on board with the Scarlet Ferrari and see what he can do. He's currently in P11 over the Apexes. So the Ferrari driver of Reese. Down towards the start-finish line, and Reese goes up to P3 and in front of his teammate of Mirko. Banana is on another lap, but he's down on his lap time, and Baton goes into the pit lane on outlaps. That's Shane Bullen next. Packer will ride on board with Shane Bullen after that collision with Cam Mackenzie that has taken him out of this qualifying session. Isman will do no more. Shane Bullen is, he's crashed as well. And Shane Bullen is very lucky to still be in this Grand Prix. He's had the collision with Cam Mackenzie. He's got a 5-place grid penalty, and he's hit the wall, and he could even be disqualified. That was close there for Shane Bullen. So a huge mistake for the Alpine driver. XD Paco is on his way through, and he will try again. So we'll ride on board with the driver that was the fastest man around this circuit in Q1. Let's see what XD Paco can do. So not far off the race now. So XD Paco coming through turn 5, up towards turn 6, and then into 7 and 8 as he just goes out to the left-hand side, the right, and then dives over to the left. Purple sector 1 for the Mercedes. That was right on the limit of the corners. 5 minutes to go here in Q2. There's the Mercedes driver. I think this will be the only dry part of the circuit after qualifying. And over the A-bit, look at that. That is on the limit there for the Mercedes. And XD Paco goes purple sector 2 as well. As now he comes past Treasure Island, past the Mirage, down through turn 13. Past Flamingo and Caesar's Palace as we head towards Paris and the Bellagio Fountains. as we go through there. He now heads in towards Planet Hollywood and the Cosmopolitan as we see the MGM Grand in the distance over turn 14, 15 and 16 for the Mercedes driver. So close to the walls there for the AMG Petronas, and up towards turn 17 to the start finish line. The Mercedes driver of XD Paco will go P1. Wow, he got the exact same time as Isman. That is incredible. A 1:30.741 for Isman and XD Paco to the 1,000th of a second. They are inseparable with the exact same qualifying times here in Q2, and there's nothing to separate the Dutchman. So Adam Fleetwood is back out again. Let's hope that he doesn't invalidate it in the same sector, in the same corner once more for the Red Bull. And this time he's not going to get that toll from his teammate. Have you ever seen two drivers like that set two exact times? And it came up as XD Paco went fastest, but he actually didn't. But technically he did, but he didn't set it first. So incredible. Adam Fleetwood, this is where he's invalidated it quite a few times already, but he's kept it valid this time, and that should be enough to get him round the track and set a lap time on the board finally for Adam Fleetwood. Yeah, same Dutchie. Incredible that. To the 1,000th of a second as well. Oh, that was a little bit deep, but he saved it. He recovered really well there, Adam. And you've got Adams also just coming through sector 2, but we're back on board with Adam Fleetwood. Angry Badger at the moment is going out in Q2. Ortron is the driver at risk. Here comes Adam Fleetwood down towards turn 14. Can the Red Bull improve? A little bit shaky through there, but made it look smooth. Out of turn 16 and then down towards the start finish line. XD Paco retires. The two Dutch drivers with the exact same times in 1-2, and Adam Fleetwood goes up to P4 and right behind his teammate by 13/1000ths of a second. Adams in the RB will be next. What about Ortron? He goes into the pit lane. I don't think he's got enough time to get back out, so that might be it for Ortron. Ortron is out and joins Cam McKenzie in being eliminated here in Q2. What about Adams in the RB? He comes out of turn 16 down towards the start finish line for the VCAB driver. Where can Adams put it? To the line we go, and the VCAB goes up to P7, and that might just be enough to get him through. Ali is now out. Wesley is the driver at risk, but he's just coming down the straight, so we'll stay on board with the Haas driver of Wesley. And let's see what the Haas driver can do. He is improving. He's 2/1000ths up at the moment, and that would already put him in front of Banana and up to P8. But if he carries on improving through sector 3, he could even jump Adams in the RB. But at the moment, with the improvement that we're seeing, it will put him just in front of Banana. So let's see what Wesley can do in the Haas out of turn 16. Can he improve in sector 3 and also get in front of Adams? Maybe even Mirko and Reese. Let's see. Wesley in the Haas. To the line we go, and it is just in front of Banana. He does improve, but not enough to jump anybody else. That was Reese to the line, who will start another lap. Mirko has invalidated it on his out lap. That is Baton that also invalidates it, so that is it for Baton. He cannot improve. Bananas on an out lap, so is Ali. Orton and Angry Badger are out of this qualifying session. Shane Bolland coming in towards the Las Vegas Boulevard, claps the wall as he goes deep into that sector. Can Shane Bolland get out of Q2? He's got that Ferrari behind him. Who is that Ferrari? I think that is just Mirko on an out lap, so it won't really matter to him. Shane Bolland opens up the DRS. What about Baton? He invalidated it. Adams is going into the pit lane. Wesley in P8. Banana is the driver at risk. Ali is being eliminated at the moment. Shane Bolland in the Alpine. The thing is, the battle is only between Ali and Banana and Baton, because Ortron, Angry Badger, is out, Cam McKenzie is out, and Shane Bolland is coming down towards the line, and Shane Bolland goes up to P12 and he is out. So it is just between Ali and Banana, who are the two McLaren teammates. It's just that Banana is in a different car. Baton is not improving, so potentially Banana and Ali can both get through. He is improving, but he's going to have to find more improvement through sector 3. Ali in the McLaren is not far behind. In fact, he's not far in front of his teammate, and that is a Red Bull just lagging in front of him. So we're going to see the drivers come through. That is EVE Reese that goes to the line, stays P5. And that is Mirko that's invalidated it. Wesley is out. Baton, it's out. Banana is coming in towards turn 14 and 15. Ali is coming down towards the line. Can he get into Q3 for the McLaren driver? Here he comes, and it is P11. He is out. Banana is safe. Banana is improving. And he goes up to P8. Baton has made it through in the RB, and Ali will be bitterly disappointed with that. Mirko does invalidate it, but he is safe. The two Red Bulls locking out the second row, the two Ferraris locking out the third row. But we still have one more qualifying session to go. So, Isman and XD Paco setting the exact same lap time. Both the Dutch drivers 1-2 in the Williams and the Mercedes. Then comes the two Red Bulls of Phoenix Gray and Adam Fleetwood. The two Ferraris of Reese and Mirko. The V-Carb of Adams. The Aston Martin of Banana. Wesley in the Haas and Baton in the V-Carb. So a lot of pairs going through. Ali goes out in P11. Shane Bolin goes out in P12, but will start in P17. Ortron and Angry Badger in the Kickstarters go out in P13 and P14. And Cam McKenzie in the Alpine goes out in P15 after that collision with Shane Bolin. So, two RBs, two Ferraris, two Red Bulls, a Williams, a Haas, an Aston, and a Mercedes all into Q3. So 12 minutes to determine your starting grid for this evening's Grand Prix. And I see movement in the Ferrari garage. That is Mirko on his way out. And he is going to be the first driver. He's not waiting around for anybody, straight out on them soft compounds. So Mirko just trying to get some heat into them tyres before he goes on a flying lap. With 10 minutes to go here in Vegas. And down the Las Vegas Boulevard we go. down to the start-finish line, and here we go on board with Mirko. Let's take us through a lap. In towards turn 1 at Harbour Island, round turn 2 for the Scarlet Ferrari, and in towards turn 3 and 4 at the Rochelle Avenue intersection. And down Colville Lane, and with that DRS enabled, the rear wing open for the Scuderia, and he's got that safety car just in front of him. As it goes in towards Caesars Forum at turn 5, through into Westchester Drive, and then he just slams on the throttle once again, just burning a little bit of that battery as he goes in towards turn 7 and 8 at the MSG Sphere. Just riding that curve to the right hand side, got it absolutely spot on there actually, Mirko, and then just hugging the apex through the monorail at turn 9, and then out of turn 9 and down towards turn 10 at Sands Avenue. Through turn 10 at the right-hander, in towards 11 at the left-hander, down towards the Wynn Hotel and into the Fashion Show Mall at turn 12. Out of turn 12 and down the Las Vegas Boulevard is the Strip, past Treasure Island and into the Mirage, through turn 13 for that Scuderia. And then you see Flamingo to your left, Caesars Palace to your right. You see the MGM Grand right at the end of the strip, but first we go past the Bellagio Fountains and in towards Planet Hollywood and Cosmopolitan, in towards turn 14 and 15, through turn 16 for the Scuderia, not touching that curb out of turn 16, and then down onto the throttle as well as we go up towards Top Golf at turn 17, and in towards the start-finish line. The Scuderia sets the benchmark. It's a 1:31.5. Banana goes back into the pit lane. We have a couple of drivers coming through. Phoenix Gray in the Rebel being one of them. Isman with a 1:30.3, XD Paco with a 1:30.4, and Phoenix Gray with a 1:31.0. Then we have another Red Bull and RB coming through. That is Adams and Adam Fleetwood, but it's Adams that's going to come through first as he goes down towards turn 14 at the City Centre Plaza and over the apex once more as he does touch the apex coming out of turn 16, and then bang on the throttle once again, just burning a little bit of that battery as we go down through turn 17 and in towards the start finish line. And Adams goes up to P5. Adam Fleetwood will follow shortly after. Actually, it's Baton that's about to go into the pit lane. Adam Fleetwood is on a lap, but it's going to be the Ferrari that comes through first, and that is EVE Reese as he comes through at turn 16. Down on the throttle once again for that Scarlet Ferrari, and what can Reese do as he comes down towards the start finish line? He is improving, obviously he's improving, a 1:31.1, and he goes in front of his teammate but right behind Phoenix Gray in the Red Bull. Talking of Red Bulls, Adam Fleetwood will be next as we go down towards turn 14. A slight mistake there for Adam Fleetwood, and he's just touching a few of the walls as he came through there. But that will not deter him. It does actually. He goes into the pit lane, so a few of them mistakes did cost him. Wesley is on an outlap. So 6.5 minutes to go here in Q3. So Wesley is still on an outlap. A couple of the drivers will potentially be looking at a second run here. Isman is currently on provisional pole by just less than a tenth of a second. But we will ride on board with Wesley Hackstein and see what he can do. He knows he's got it in the tank, does Wesley. But it's just about putting it all together with a clean lap. EVA Reese is on an in lap, Banana on an out lap, and every other driver is still in the pit lane just watching as Wesley comes through Westchester Drive. Up towards turn 6 we go, and in towards the MSC Sphere. Look at that, just riding that chicane, and you see how much concentration the drivers need. It really does take a lot of balls coming through there at them sort of speeds, and you just got to control the car to the best of your ability. Look how close that is. We're talking millimeters as we come through these sectors. And then down the Las Vegas Boulevard. That rear wing will open shortly. It's a lot later on down the straight than it used to be, but still a huge overtaking zone as the Haas driver comes through. Just eases off the throttle ever so slightly as he came through there then. And then down towards the start-finish line for Wesley in the Haas. Coming up towards the line, it's a 1:32.1 for Wesley. He won't be happy with that. I mean, it's a great lap. But when you're hanging it out with the big boys, you're going to need that little bit more. Banana will also need that little bit more as he comes down the strip. Yellow flag's waving, that's just that Ferrari in front of him slowing down, getting ready for his lap. And the Aston Martin driver just goes in front, and that Ferrari will be a cheeky little Ferrari as he wants that little bit of a toe off the back of the Aston Martin, as it'll give him that extra little bit of boost going down towards turn 1. Very cheeky indeed, the extra bit of pace that will bring that Ferrari up to P6. And it was Mirko, sorry, in the Ferrari that was the cheeky one. 3 minutes to go, and that would have definitely helped him with the pace up towards turn 1. So we ride on board with him again. Maybe he'll even get a second toe off his teammate. That would be very interesting if Mirko could get a toe off the Aston Martin all the way up towards turn 1 and then get a second toe down the Las Vegas Boulevard from his teammate. That would be massive for the Ferrari driver. And I think that is exactly what's going to happen. You see the Ferrari there. Oh, and he slipped it. He's made a huge mistake as Mirko. He backs out. And just when it was looking very promising for the Ferrari driver, it all comes to fruition. All the drivers still in the pit lane, 2.5 minutes to go. They are now all starting to come out. Wesley goes into the pit, so he is not going to find any more in this qualifying session. Baton is also done as much as he can do. He's not even set a lap, actually. I think connection issues. Adam Fleetwood in the Red Bull is on an outlap. He's just getting a slipstream off the safety car. He is lagging quite a bit, actually. So, Mirko, Reese, Banana. Is Banana going to go for another lap? 1.5 minutes to go. Baton and Adam Fleetwood are on outlaps. I think they're actually going to make the line. That's brilliant. I like all the drivers to get one more run at the end. Adam Fleetwood enjoys the track so much that he's doing every corner 3 times. Oh, and he goes in front of the Mercedes. Reese is now on a lap again. We'll go on board with him. These are the final runs for the drivers in this final qualifying session. So Reese, who was giving his teammate a tow, is not going to get it paid back, but he's going to have to do it all alone. Adam Fleetwood retires and has left the session. Oh no, I hope he can get back in. Banana is out as well in the pit lane. Right, what can Reese do? Let me just see if I've got Adam Fleetwood as a friend, just to make sure he's got another invite. No, I haven't. So, on board with Reese as he comes into the Las Vegas Boulevard. Really deep through there. I mean, I say deep, it was just on the limit. And that's what the drivers have to do now. When they're on the final runs, they've got nothing to lose. They've got their banker lap in. That's all they needed, their banker lap. And now this is where they can push it. If they screw it up and they go into the wall, so be it. They've got their banker lap. But this is where they can go right to the edges of their abilities to try and pick out the best of what they can get out of this circuit. And that's what Reese is doing here. And potentially he will go in front of Phoenix Gray. Down towards the start-finish line, Evie Reese in the Ferrari will stay in P4. He does improve, but just not enough. And that was Wesley that hit the line as well. I think he missed it. He did. He invalidated it and missed the line to go again. So it is going to be Isman in the Williams, who's also improving as he comes down the Las Vegas Boulevard. So Wesley missed out on the line by, I think it was about a second. It was so close. But here comes Isman, one of the two Dutchies that have dominated here in Vegas. And here comes Isman. Isman goes a 1:30.1. He does improve. Here comes XD Paco, the Mercedes driver. And here comes the Mercedes to the line. It's a 1:30.1 as well. But he's just behind Isman. And he cannot improve. Peyton will come to the line. Will he go in front of the Haas? He does. He goes up to P5. What about Adams? He goes into the pit lane. Phoenix Gray will be next in the Red Bull. He's also improving, but is it going to be enough to touch the Dutchies? It's not. The Ferrari of Mirko has invalidated it. Reese is on an in-lap, and Wesley has not reached the line. So that is it. Isman and XD Paco start 1-2. The destructive Dutch drivers. Wow. So here we go. The qualifying is over. So it's Isman on pole position here in Vegas. His countryman of XD Paco in the Mercedes will start alongside him on the front row of the grid. The Dutchies dominate, and incredible stuff from them too. Phoenix Gray on the second row of the grid in P3. Reese in the Scuderia in P4. Baton in the V-Carb in P5. Mirko in the Ferrari in P6. Banana in the Aston Martin in P7. Adams in the V-Carb in P8. Wesley in the Haas in P9. And Adam Fleetwood yet did not set a lap time again in the Red Bull starts P10. But it's all about the Dutchies. The demolition of the Dutch drivers once again.
here, there and everywhere, but for the driver's eyes to the track. And it is the second longest one of the year. It is 6.2 kilometers, 3.8 miles. It is high speed, tricky round the sphere, and a massive challenge when the cars are fat with fuel, when you haven't done any dicing, especially down to turn 14. There are 2 DRS zones. Remember, we won't get them at the very start of the race, but they will play a major role as well. 17 turns for the drivers to negotiate, and this is going to be a trip into the unknown. Let's zoom in to the tyres, the soft, the medium and the hard. The C5 is no one's friend until maybe you get to the end of the race. It's all about the C4 and the C3, the medium and the hard.
And so, because of the short run-up, going into turn 1, the back markers on the grid actually have to start out of turn 17. Cinders and Shane Boland have both been DSQ'd, and we'll start with cold tyres on this grid. If I do fancy racing, I can always jump into the car as well. So Isman not waiting around for anybody, he's getting a move on. What a starting grid. Baton's just massively improved this season. He's just finding that extra bit of form that he's been missing. And he's absolutely on fire recently, out qualifying the likes of Mirko and Banana and Adams and Wesley and Adam Fleetwood, Ali Ali, Cam McKenzie, John Angry Badger. Just phenomenal driving from Baton. But he's in a Ferrari sandwich and it's not a great position to be starting in. Reese is trailing behind the front three by quite a distance, and Baton does not want to hang around for it. And Cam McKenzie, Miss Cinders, Little Jets and Shane Boland will all start on the grid now with cold tyres. So Isman will now slow it down going up towards the line. Remember, the better starting position on this grid is actually P2, because you do have the inside line going in towards turn 1. So this will be very interesting to see what happens. So Isman will have to start from the outside, and I think XD Packer will know that. You see how short the run-up area is, and as the drivers start to line up, they will then start to line up around the bend. They all get in position. There is a space just missing there at the moment. The Haas covers the right hand side, and the left hand side will be covered by Adam Fleetwood. So here we go. This is it. Here in Las Vegas. And it's lights out and away we go. XD Paco does get a good start, but Isman covers him off straight away to get the inside line. Phoenix Gray has been overtaken by Reese, who goes up the inside. Then the other Ferrari of Mirko is trying to make a move, but he's wheel to wheel with Baton as they go round turn 3 and 4. But it is Mirko that's up in position. Everybody else staying in position. Angry Badger is throwing Shane Boland, but they are squabbling for places. Welsh Sponge is already up 7 positions. Mirko is from Phoenix Gray, goes into the wall, and that is Mirko. He might have even picked up some damage as he trumbles down the order and down towards P7 and 8. He will try and go back up the inside of Baton, who moves out of his way as he's ghosting, and Baton makes a mistake and he loses a position. Shane Bolland with a 3-second time penalty. Here comes Banana, and now Baton has got his teammate on his tail. Banana will go for another move on Mirko as they go down towards turn 12 and up towards the Las Vegas Strip. It is Phoenix Gray in P4. Reese is into the podiums. Welsh Sponges through Cam McKenzie and is now up 8 places in that Haas. Cam McKenzie won't give him an easy ride though as the Alpine driver goes back in front of him. Baton and Banana swap places. XD Paco is now into the lead. Here comes Mirko and Phoenix Gray. And it's all happening on the opening lap as Phoenix Gray starts to get swallowed up as drivers burn the battery to get ahead. Baton has practically emptied the tank. So was Banana. Adams is through. Adam Fleetwood and Phoenix Gray is down. He's down to P12. He must have been involved in a collision somewhere. And now here comes Shane Bolland. DRS is enabled and Phoenix Gray is already on his way into the pit lane. He's got damage. I don't think he has got damage. He's not missing any front wing, but he's straight into the pit lane on the opening lap. And that is it for Phoenix Gray. The race is over for the driver that started in P3. Banana is up to P4 and does get past Mirko. Angry Badger through on Shane Bolland. What about Cinders as well? The Aston Martin driver. Shane Bolland goes later on the brakes. He does have Cam McKenzie behind him. That is Ali and Wesley. Ali up to P9. Wesley and Welsh Sponge. Now the two Haas drivers. Do they swap places? Do the teammates work together? Welsh Sponge up 9 positions here. What about Reese? He's fighting for the lead now after getting past Isman. They are all on mediums. Banana is already up to P4 though. Fantastic start from him. So, still very tight. Banana is 3 seconds though behind the front three. Now here comes Reese on XD Paco. And the Ferrari driver of Reese will move into the lead of the Vegas Grand Prix. Now look at Isman. He's coming with a bang, but he slots in behind him. Adam Fleetwood on Adams in the RB. And he separates the two V-cabs. Ali on Wesley goes through into P14. What about Welsh Sponge? Yeah, his teammate makes a snap. And Welsh Sponge will try and find a way through. XD Paco is back through on Reese. And Reese does set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Isman is all over the back of him, though. He'll try and go up the inside of the Ferrari. That's the Red Bull of Phoenix Gray that's back out on track. Welsh Sponge is through on his teammate of Wesley. And what about Reese with that DRS enabled? But he does back out. He's being a bit more patient now. Banana on Mirko. He did get overtaken. What about Wesley? He's behind his teammate for the moment. The yellow flags are waving. Little drips. Staying with the two Haas drivers. Oh, he does hit the wall though. And what about Isman on Reese? The front three are running away with this now. And Adam Fleetwood on Baton, wheel to wheel. And Adam Fleetwood makes it 2 from 2 with the V-cabs. Reese on XD Paco will get that DRS. Is he going to run out of room? No, he's not. He does come through. And what about Isman as well? He goes for the move and makes it past XD Paco. Banana through on Mirko. Wesley back through on his teammate of Welsh Sponge. And that is Little Drips and Angry Badger going wheel to wheel through turn 14, 15 and 16. Into the wall goes Little Drips. He went a little bit deep, hit the side of Angry Badger, and into the wall goes Little Drips. Shane Bolland is going to try and find a way through on Ortron. Is he going to go for the move? He absolutely does. Oh, and he hits into the Williams and Little Drips. He's not having the best of luck now. So Reese is the race leader. That is Welsh Sponge back through on his teammate. Baton on Adam Fleetwood. And with the front three continuing to battle, they are losing a little bit of time to Banana behind. But they soon make it up again. Oh, a little snap there from Isman. But There's no way that Reese is going to be able to hold these off. He might even be overtaken by both of them here. And that is Adam on Mirko. He's not going to wait for the opportunity. He's going to go through. Here comes Isman. What about XD Paco as well? He's also going to make the move on Reese. Mirko goes through. So does Adam Fleetwood. So does Baton. Banana loses 3 places. And that is how strong the DRS is here. What about Cinders on Angry Badger? He will go later on the brakes on the kick Sauber. Up the inside, XD Paco is through. That is Cam McKenzie in the Alpine, and he's lost the front wing. So Cam McKenzie, awful looking qualifying, even worse in the race. XD Paco is the race leader once again. I think Cam McKenzie will go into the pit lane. He is. That might be it for him. Here comes Adam Fleetwood on Mirko. The Red Bull on the Ferrari separates the pair. No, Cam McKenzie is into the pits. He'll get that front wing fixed and carry on. Fair play to him. I like that. No, he doesn't. The Red Bull of Adam up to P4. The Daddy Cool and Archon. Archon will try and make a move back up the inside, but he has a little snap. Loses a little bit of time to Daddy Cool. So look how competitive it is throughout the grid. I thought there was rain tonight. And that is Baton on the Ferrari. And that is Isman for an XD Paco. Look at these 4. And that is Mirko back for an Adam. What about Cinders on Angry Badger? He makes it look easy. Well, Sponge back throwing his teammate. And Artron on the Mercedes. And that is Banana back through on Baton. Going down towards turn 1. Baton will try and come back at him. And Baton is not able to get the move back done. It is Banana that stays in front of him. What about XD Paco on Isman? Wheel to wheel, side by side. It's a sprint race down towards turn 5. But it is Isman that stays out in front. Here comes Reese in the Ferrari on the tail of that Mercedes. So competitive, the other Ferrari in P4. But he's got Adam in the Red Bull behind him and Banana in the Aston Martin. Then come the 2 V-cabs of Baton and Adams in P7 and P8. Ali. Also there, Daddy Cool on the back of Archon. Here comes the Mercedes up the inside of the Kick Sauber. The Kick Sauber goes later on the brakes, hits the wall, and the Mercedes being patient at the moment. So with that DRS enabled, this is going to be a real tricky race for the front 3. And XD Paco will probably get back through. Here comes Adams, goes through on his teammate. And Reese and XD Paco will look for a move on Isman. Are they going to get it in time? I think Isman's held on. That's the first time that a driver at the front has held on down the DRS straight. And that is Adam Fleetwood and Banana both through on Mirko in the Ferrari. And oh, Adam Fleetwood goes out wide. And he just forgot where the brake pedal was. And down to P8 goes the Red Bull driver. Now here comes the McLaren of Ali all over the rear diffuser of the Red Bull in front. And a huge mistake there from Adam Fleetwood. Here comes Mirko on Banana down in towards turn 1 at Harbour Island. Banana holding on. Reese is throwing XD Paco. Tries to make a move as well on Isman. Goes for the double overtake. Hits the back of Isman. Now here comes XD Paco right back at the Ferrari. But just backs out. Ali on Adam Fleetwood does get through on him with the rear wing open. And make it down to P9 now for Adam. Angry Badger on Cinders with that DRS. It's very easy to get the overtake when you've got that DRS. Let's have a look at tyres and see what the drivers are running. Cinders and Archon on the hards, every other driver on the mediums. So Isman was able to hold on to the lead on the last lap down the Las Vegas Strip. Can he do it again? So let's find out. Isman currently in the lead, but look at XD Paco. He's making a move on Reese, and he's also going to try and make a move on Isman. Backs out though. Mirko is through on Banana. Adam Fleetwood is back through on Ali Ali. Every single time we come down this straight, there is just overtakes throughout the grid. It's great for everybody watching, but it's really tough to keep up with. Now look at the front three again. There's nothing to separate them. Here comes Baton, Mirko, Banana, free wide in towards turn one. They all break at the same time. The Aston Martin has the inside line. Now here comes the Ferrari of Mirko. The RB is on the inside, but the Aston Martin slings it around the outside and stays in P4. Baton will have DRS, so will Mirko. They will try and attack the Aston Martin once again as we go down towards turn 5. But Banana doing really well to defend the position. Cinders and Angry Badger also getting acquainted with each other once more. And Cinders is through. Angry Badger will try and stay with him. Oh, it's raining. The rain is here. So the rain has arrived. That's why all the drivers were on mediums, because they were expecting the rain to come. So the rain has arrived, and the drivers know that this is the time to get into the lead, and XD Paco will do exactly that, because when the DRS is disabled, it's going to be a lot harder to make these moves. XD Paco is now your race leader. Isman slots in behind him. Reese watches on. Mirko is through on Banana. What about the two RBs? Will they make a move on the Aston? Oh, he just claps the wall there. And look at Banana all over the back of Mirko. And the rain is really falling now on lap 9. And up the inside goes the Aston Martin. Banana Adams is in the pit, so is Wesley. This could be time to perfection. All the other drivers are staying out while Sponge picks up a 10-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. And DRS is still enabled for the moment. The drivers seem to be already struggling here. And Daddy Kill also picks up a time penalty. Wesley on the back of Ali Ali. Yeah, the drivers seem like they're already struggling, even with the light rain. So Isman is 1.5 behind XD Paco. What has happened here? DRS has been disabled, and that means that Reese is going to rely solely on slipstream and battery, and that is why Isman is able to stay ahead. Well, Sponge on Adam Fleetwood, and he is through. Remember, they are on intermediates. This could be a brilliant strategy. Wesley is through on Ali Ali. Banana and Mirko go wheel to wheel into turn 14, and Baton goes deep and nearly into the wall for the RB. Cinders and Angry Badger. XD Paco pits. Yellow flags. The drivers are already struggling, and that was into the wall goes Cinders and Angry Badger. Through goes Adams on them intermediate tyres. Ali Ali on the hards. Adams could have timed this to perfection. Isman's out. Isman is out of the Grand Prix. This is unbelievable. Adams is all the way up to P3. Reese is on his way out of the pit lane, and Adams is into the podiums. Talk about the perfect strategy. That is the perfect strategy there for Adams, who's into the podiums. But Isman is out. I don't know what happened there for Isman. So some of the drivers have left it too late. Mirko on Baton. Banana is still in P4. He's only 2.6 behind Adams. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with his mint. That is Daddy Cool through on Adam Fleetwood, who's gone off again. Adam Fleetwood has really been struggling with where to brake this evening. Here comes Mirko. The rain still falling, starting to get heavier and heavier. So XD Paco leads to Reese, to Adams, to Banana, Welsh Sponge, Baton, Mirko. But Mirko, he's chasing down Baton, who's also on the back of Welsh Sponge. It's now time to see what the drivers are really made of in the rain. Ah, the game put him on hards. No way. Ah, yeah, I can see why he just retired then. Because that was it. Once he's been put on hards, it's game over. Adam Fleetwood on the back of Cinders. Here comes Adam on the Aston Martin. On to the rear wing of the Aston. It goes up the inside, and Adam Fleetwood will go to P15, but he goes deep again. And Cinders will come back at him. And Adam Fleetwood is making it more difficult than it needs to be for himself here. Really unfortunate. Welsh Sponge has lost a few places to Mirko and Baton. With the rain out, it's all about driver quality now. Mirko chasing down Baton into the slipstream, not using that battery just yet. We are on lap 11 and Mirko is back up to P5. Adam Fleetwood does go past Cinders once again. Ortron picks up a time penalty. And Reese is starting to catch up to XD Paco here. Is that something we should keep an eye on? What about Baton on Mirko? Welsh Sponge and Wesley, the two Hasses in P7 and P8. Both of the RBs have got a decent strategy here. They're in P3 and P6. That is Adam Fleetwood, Cinders, and Ortron is round with no end plate. So the Kick Sauber having a difficult race. Angry Badger is in the top 10, by the way. Keep an eye on him. Here comes Baton on Mirko into the slipstream, but with no DRS, it's going to be a lot more difficult to get them moves done. 3.1 is the gap now for Reese. Banana's still 2.6 behind Adams. Just keeping an eye on these three. Banana, Mirko, Baton and Welsh Sponge. Well, Mirko's 5 seconds behind Banana now. All down to strategy. That is Daddy Cool. Adam Fleetwood and Cinders, and Daddy Cool has made a mistake, but he's not lost any. He has. He's missing an end plate. So Daddy Cool as well in the Mercedes. Daddy Cool's on full wets. Wow. So he was hoping the rain got even worse, and he was able to make a great decision. Adam Fleetwood has gone deep again, and Cinders goes through. I've got a feeling maybe Adam Fleetwood's trying the race without racing line, maybe? I don't know. Or because Adam Fleetwood is a very good driver, but he really seems to be struggling around Vegas tonight. Look at these three. Oh, within a second, but no DRS. And that is Welsh Sponge on the RB. That is Mirko and Baton swapping places. A race down to turn 5. And Baton has the inside line. Mirko goes wide, and now here comes Welsh Sponge. Both the Ferrari-powered engines. But Mirko stays ahead, and he will try and go up the inside of the RB. The RB defends, but Mirko has a nice line through there, and now he'll go up the inside of the RB. And look at that, wheel to wheel through there. Now that is racing. As Mirko goes up to P5, Baton slots into P6, but they've got to contend with Welsh Sponge, who wants to make a move as we go down towards turn 12. And the Haas driver will just bide his time for now. But Mirko will be the car ahead and into P5 as we go down the Las Vegas Boulevard. Ali also on the back of Angry Badger, but go back on board with Baton and Mirko as Mirko starts to pull away from the RB. Welsh Sponge has lost a little bit of time. He made a mistake. But Baton is not close enough to make a move on the Ferrari. And into the pit lane goes Daddy Cool, maybe getting off them wet compounds or just fixing the front wing. No, that's it for him. Ali on Angry Badger. Into the slipstream, the McLaren on the kick Sauber. Oh, and he brakes. Ali brakes, and he brakes again. Is he struggling to find where he is? Adam Fleetwood goes through on Cinders. So now that the rain has arrived, the drivers are really starting to struggle. It's got a lot more difficult. Cinders back on Adam Fleetwood. But Adam Fleetwood, and now here comes Cinders up the inside, and Adam stays ahead. Ali on Angry Badger. He did break a couple of times. And he'll have to try again from a bit further back, going down towards turn 5. There's a Mercedes in the track. And as they lock up in the rain, it's not somewhere where you'd expect to see rain. Here in Las Vegas, in the middle of the desert. But it always makes it interesting when you see it when you're not supposed to. And Adams is now 6 seconds behind Reese. And look who's caught up to him. It's Banana in the Aston Martin. And this is for a podium position. Banana moves over to the left. And the RB has been taken. And Banana is into the podium places. Can Adams respond as we go in towards turn 15 and 16? Banana is on a charge now. And Welsh Sponge has got his teammate right on his tail. Ali still not able to get through an Angry Badger at the moment. And it might start to get frustrating for the Papaya. And that is Wesley that is through on his teammate. And the two Haas drivers go side by side briefly. And Welsh Sponge is struggling in the rain. Ali is through an Angry Badger who goes into the wall. And the McLaren is through. Adam Fleetwood on little drips. The Red Bull on the Williams. 3 overtakes for your delight here in Vegas in the rain. And the Red Bull with a little snap, but so did the Williams. And Adam Fleetwood will stay ahead as we go down towards turn 17. Oh no, he goes into the pit lane now, Adam. Is he going to go on to some fresh inters till the end of this race? We shall see. So Adams is already a second behind Banana. So he's really starting to struggle in that RB. His teammate in P6, but he's still battling with Mirko in the Ferrari. So maybe Adam Fleetwood is going for some fresh intermediates and just going to go to the end of this Grand Prix now. This might work out if all the other drivers eventually have to pit. This could be a great strategy and bring him right back in this Grand Prix. So Baton on Mirko. We stay on board as the overtakes have started to dwindle away now. As the DRS is disabled, it's getting a lot tougher for the drivers to make any sort of progress through the grid. And into the pit lane goes Baton. So the RB is also going to follow suit. That is, I think that's a McLaren there. Is that, who was that had spun around? So Wesley is through. Baton is into the pit lane, and so is Welsh Sponge. I think they're starting to pit for wets. They're starting to pit for wets. Wow. So they're saying that the rain It's coming down very heavy now. I mean, it is absolutely chucking it down, actually, to be fair. Where is Adam Fleetwood? And I don't know who that is. What the hell is that? What the hell is even that? I swear that's not me. Right. I'm sure he'll get there in the end. So Cinders is into the pit lane. All the drivers quite separated now. It'll be interesting to see what tyres all the drivers are on. So XD Paco is on the wets. He pitted for the wets. Oh my God, he's going to be a full pit stop and even more in front of everybody. When he went into the pits, he actually pitted 4 wets instead of intermediates. But I don't understand how he was able to still pull away from the drivers on intermediates whilst he was on wets. Wow, that is one hell of a drive from XD Paco. That is incredible, actually. This could be another great opportunity for Adams, actually, to try and get back in front of Banana. Oh, he's not going to pit. He's not going to pit. So Adams is staying out. Mirko, maybe? Wesley? Are any of them going to take the chance? I think they're leaving themselves open for Baton to come and take this position away from them, you know. I think Baton's in a very strong position. It depends, because if the rain is going to continue to come down and down and down, I'm wondering whether to jump in my car there and retire it, so because it's getting right in the way of everybody, isn't it? So Angry Badger is in the pit lane. No, I can't anyway. I was going to try and just retire it. So Shane Boland is out. Angry Badger is into the pit lane. We'll keep an eye on the gap for Baton on these intermediate runners. Yeah, it is me. I don't think that happened. I don't know what happened. Yeah, it is me, Dutty. Yeah. So the gaps are just in the 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 seconds. There's just nothing going on the track now with 8 laps to go here in Vegas. No, I can't take control anyway. I was hoping I could take control and retire it. So, if the drivers stay out on the intermediates, then I don't know what will happen. But if the rain keeps coming down like this, I think Baton's in with a chance. No, I understand, Isman. I get it, mate. So the rain is still falling, but I'm really interested to see what happens with Baton here. He is bringing down the gap to Wesley. If XD Paco, if Reese and everybody else on the Inters behind him pitted, XD Paco would be like 30 seconds clear, which is ridiculous. A perfect strategy, actually, for XD Paco. So nothing going on track at the moment. All the gaps spread out. You don't see this usually around Las Vegas. We usually see a lot more than this, but when the rain comes, it neutralizes the race, and that's what it's done here in Vegas. The battle that I am watching, though, is if Baton, he's still got 7 laps, and he's caught up to Wesley by a second on that last lap, and he's only going to get quicker and quicker as the intermediates get older and older. I've got a feeling that Baton could potentially finish on a podium here, and that I'm being serious. I genuinely believe he could finish on a podium, even being 20-odd seconds behind that podium position. I mean, he's probably 27 seconds behind a podium, really. But I still believe, come the end of this race, he might be in with a chance, because them intermediates are going to be absolutely cooked by the end of this race, and Baton is only going to get quicker. The rain's only going to get heavier. Not like that, you know, though. Baton needs to be careful now. Let's just have a look. In fact, let's have a look at the lap times. So, Baton's lap times are in the 145, 146s, well, 145 4s, around that time, so we'll go off 145 4s. Whereas in Wesley, 145 4, he was setting a 145 7, so it's 1.3 quicker, and he's around the one. He even set a 147 5, 147 6. What about Mirko? Mirko is around the 145 9, so he's also 1.5 behind Baton on lap times. Adams, a 146 7, he's around 2 seconds slower than Baton. And then lastly, we'll check Banana, and he's 145 6, so he's also 1.2 slower than Baton a lap. Baton has got a very good chance here. 5 laps to go, well, 6 laps. So, Angry Badger in the top 10. Ortron is into the pit lane. 16 seconds is the gap. 11.9 for Baton. Is Baton trying to push a bit too much now? Mirko and Wesley are catching up to Adams, and Banana is in for a podium. He's pretty much got it set in stone now, but you can see how much they're starting to struggle on them intermediates. Half the grid on inters, half on wets. That's what makes it so exciting. And Reese 17 seconds behind XD Paco. Adam Fleetwood is catching up to Little Drips, who's 10 laps on the wets. Baton is actually not catching up to Wesley now. He's just staying around the 111.9. Adam Fleetwood is catching up to Little Drips, though. Yeah, the Dutchie, I think you're right now, mate. Definitely not now, anyway. Unless there was a significant change and then intermediates just hit that cliff and the rain really came down. Yeah, he's actually losing time now. He's Baton. So really unfortunate, because I think he had a really good chance of doing something here today. He's had a good race. So the intermediates stayed out, they gambled, and it might pay off. But we're still yet to see, with 4.5 laps to go. And this is Adam Fleetwood on Little Drips, getting his foot down early into the slipstream of the Williams, moves over to the right hand side, and the Red Bull driver is up to P11. Great overtake for the Red Bull. That is a yellow flag. And that is, I'm just trying to look on track, I can't see anything at the moment. Oh, he finally made it into the pit lane. Wesley catching up to Mirko, only 1.5 is the gap. He's absolutely chucking it down. And intermediate runners made the gamble to stay out, and it has It has paid off. Mirko sees Adams in his sights in the distance. Wesley seeing Mirko in the distance, and Mirko sees Adam. Ortron back into the pit lane. A little snap there from Wesley. And 1.3 now for Wesley. Oh, he's just lost a bit of time to Mirko. Must have made a slight mistake through there. Adams is doing well to hold on to this P4. Just a couple more laps to go, and Wesley makes another mistake. He is slipping and sliding. Just hits the wall. Baton not making up any time on the intermediates now, but it's too little too late. Yeah, Isman, I know exactly what you mean, mate. Other than the league race that I race in on a Sunday morning, I practically never touch the game. And apart from doing commentary, I never race. I don't race in other leagues and all that stuff. I just literally, I have a little practice on a Saturday night if I've got a race, maybe, or maybe even a Sunday morning before the race, and that's pretty much it. Maybe sometimes after work I might jump on for half an hour here, half an hour there, but that's it. It's just, yeah, I don't really practice on time trial and all that stuff. I still do enjoy racing though. Like, I enjoy like the feeling of racing and having your teammate and getting the right strategy and going wheel to wheel. Oh wow, who was that? Somebody went right into the wall there, and that could have been Adams. It was Adams. He's missing an end plate. Adams now has Mirko on his tail, and he's going to go the final 2.5 laps, limping home with a damaged front wing, and Mirko and Wesley maybe get the position on Adams now. Yeah, I still enjoy the aspect of league racing though, but it's just getting on and practicing for it. Here comes Mirko, and Adams' downforce will not be the same as it was. It will be hindering him, and there goes Mirko in the Ferrari to move up to P4, and Wesley will start to catch them as well. Adam Fleetwood only 1.1 behind Angry Badger to move into the top 10. So Adams knows that Wesley is now hunting him down. Reached 23 seconds behind XD Paco. This is an absolute whitewash from the Mercedes driver, who's been on a different planet. Incredible. XD Paco in Las Vegas, Reese and Banana still in Miami. So Adam Fleetwood on Angry Badger up the inside, and into the top 10 goes the Red Bull. And now here comes Wesley on Adams, as Adams comes limping through sector 2 with that damaged front wing. He's got a compromised RB there, has Adams. And Wesley will take no prisoners, and through he goes up the inside into turn 12. And Wesley is up to P5. We're on the very final lap, and XD Baco will take us through it. He pitted for the wets when it was only intermediates. He gambled, it paid off. He knows what he's doing, does the Mercedes driver. And Evie, Reese and Banana will get a podium here this evening. They are 10 seconds clear on the last lap. Adams is still going to finish P6, his teammate in P7. Baton is actually catching up to Adams by a lot. Ali on Welsh Sponge. Ali doesn't have a time penalty either, so he'll already finish ahead of Welsh Sponge. But he'll want to do it on track through turn 14, 15 and 16. Going to get him eventually. XD Paco coming down the Las Vegas strip into turn 14, and the Mercedes driver dominant once again, but the Dutchman destroys the drivers here in Las Vegas, and XD Paco comes through to win the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Reese is going to come home in P2, 27 seconds behind the leader. Can Ali get Welsh Sponge as they slip and slide for the MSC sphere? Reese will come through, and XD Paco on another level here this evening. Reese takes P2, what a drive for him. Banana will take a podium. He will be happy with that one. The Aston Martin driver comes through in P3. Mirko is going to take P4. Wesley in P5. The two RBs in P6 and P7. Ali on the final lap. Is he going to be able to get Welsh Sponge? He's tracking him down the Las Vegas strip. He's a bit too far behind though. Ali is not going to be able to get Welsh Sponge here. He's going to run out of room. He's going to have one more crack at this coming out of turn 16. Can Ali get him through turn 14, 15 and 16? He's still got a lot of battery. Here comes Ali down towards the line. The McLaren driver will move over to the right. The Haas driver tries to block him off. Ali comes through to take P8. Angry Badger will take P11 after Adam Fleetwood takes P10. Yeah, I thought the wets should have been a lot faster compared to intermediates. It's not the first time where I've seen that happen, though, where the intermediates are similar pace to the wet, even though it's absolutely chucking it down. I don't feel like the difference in the wets and the intermediates are as different as they should be. There you have it, XD Paco on the top step here in Vegas. So let's go through the grid. It is XD Paco that wins here in Vegas. Reese takes P2 and Banana takes P3. Mirko takes P4. Wesley takes P5. Adams takes P6. Baton takes P7. Ali in P8. Welsh Sponge in P9. Adam Fleetwood takes P10. Then comes Angry Badger in P11. Little Drips in P12. Cinders in P13. Auto in P14. Shane Ball in P15. Danny Cool in P16. Isman P17, Cam McKenzie P18, Phoenix Green P19, and that is it. The top 19 drivers. Driver of the day will go to Banana. Even though I could have given it XD Paco because that was an absolutely incredible race. But I feel like when the drivers won, I'm trying to look around the grid for somebody else who could get an accolade from the race, and I feel like Banana deserves that today. Yeah, I'm in the points. Right, okay, that is it, guys. We'll be back next week. That was a long night here in Vegas. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a fantastic race. Thank you all for tuning in as well. And Dutchy, I really appreciate you sticking around for the majority of the race. I do notice it, and I appreciate it. It's always nice to have somebody to talk to and somebody who's watching the race and looking at the strategies and helping out during the stream. So I do appreciate it. And thank you to everybody that watches and tunes in. Thanks to MSC for having me and having me on comms. I will see you all next week. Everybody have a great week.
What hit me, what hurt me, what made me? Cause maybe this life is worth saving.